Barca Benfica second leg, bro. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a tough game from Barca. Benfica are gonna have their chances, but I think that if Barca go in the game and they play good, they play the way they've been playing so far, I think Barca can score at least 2 or 3 goals. I think so. I think so because I think that both teams are gonna go for the game, especially Benfica because they're down. So I think Benfica going for the game is gonna open a lot. It's gonna open some spaces, some gaps, and I think Barca can exploit those open gaps. But I also think that Benfica are going to have the chances. Now, this comes down to how well and organized Barca's defense is and how well Barca's defense play. So I think Barca are going to come out, from this round of 16. But it's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy too, bro. Pedri played a hell of a game in the first leg, but I will say that the goalie is actually, I can't say it's
he did some hell of a saves. Yeah, he did.
Now I can kind of see why Fleek
is choosing him over
I thought it was kind of bad. Not bad. I was like, oh man, it sucks. But supposedly there was an argument between Yaki Peña with Fleek in the training camp some time ago, but then I guess Fleek told him, well, the reason why you're not starting is because you're lazy. I see it every day in training, so there must be a reason. You got me? And obviously we can't argue against that because
I think that that's good.
He was for me. I think equally just as much Pedri was.
Yeah, as important as Pedri was, and as important as Rafinha was, in my opinion, because Rafinha was the one that scored that goal. Like you said, Szczesny is definitely right there, and I think Pedri said that he was going to give him the MVP to him.
Yeah, he said it.
Because he had a hell of a game. But against in the second leg, the only thing that I'm hoping for, bro, is that Barca don't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
Because we had said that hopefully Barca don't get any red cards or one of the main players gets injured, because Barca seem to, I don't know what it is about the Champions League knockout stages, bro, but in recent years, and I would say in the last 10 years, I will go as far as to say that ever since we recall MSN getting eliminated or getting that 4-0 against PSG, the 3-0 against Juventus. It's like something always seems to happen in the knockout stages for Barca.
Lack of concentration, I think.
It could be a lack of concentration. I don't know what it is. But for example, we spoke earlier about Araujo last season, getting that red card, which in my opinion killed it for Barca against PSG. And then we have Cubarsí, last week, getting that red card, as well against Benfica. So let's just hope that in this leg, no mistakes. Everybody plays well. Nobody gets injured. No major players like Pedri gets injured or anything like that. And let's just hope that they have a good game. And let's not forget too that their weekend game was canceled. So that means
they have more rest.
That means that they're coming into this game well rested.
Yeah.
So they're coming well rested, bro. So to be honest,
have you seen the lineup, the preview versus Osasuna?
No, I didn't see the preview lineup. What was it?
Ferran was going to start.
Ferran was going to start.
Yeah.
We were going to lose that game. It sucks for the Barca doctor. Rest in peace. But no, definitely rest in peace for the Barca doctor.
Young, bro.
He was young. Yeah, he was young. He just suddenly died. Yeah, it's sad, and I understand why they canceled the game, but it turned out to be to Barca's benefit, because it's right before the second leg of the Champions League of the round 16, and then also we don't have to.
But then I'm also pretty.
But then hold on, we also don't have to be tormented by watching Ferran Torres start. So yeah, it was.
But I'm also pretty worried about the way maybe the players are going to react on it, whether they're going to use it as a motivation or if they're going to kind of be stuck on that mindset. Still kind of emotionally all over the place in terms of. Maybe a lot of players were really close to him, and maybe that may affect them. So I'm hoping,
That's true, yeah.
I'm hoping they use it as a way of motivation to kind of go ahead and beat Benfica. I personally also think that Barcelona wins, but I am 100% in agreement with you, where I do believe that it's not going to be easy. Benfica is going to be very hard to beat, and I'm also hoping that Barcelona just play their game,
Yeah.
And I'm also, one other thing too is, dude, many people may say like, what are you talking about, or what are we talking about? But we keep saying the same thing, bro. Lewandowski he is really kind of slow for Barcelona, dude.
Yeah.
And in this Champions League leg, he was playing against Otamendi, right? Otamendi's pretty much around the same
he's
age
also
as
slow.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, he's also slow.
Oh, bro, we saw Lewandowski pretty slow.
In the first leg, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the first leg. And then in the second leg, I feel like it's going to be kind of like more movement, more open spaces for Lewandowski. So I'm hoping that he can kind of do something more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, I think that it's going to be a hard match. But I do say Barcelona wins. I do I also will say that it's probably going to be a tight game.
It
I can
is.
possibly see a draw. I can possibly see 1 or 2 goals again, and that's it. Either one, and I'm sorry. Barcelona wins by 1 or 2 goals max, or a draw, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No blowout.
I mean, I mentioned that I can see Barca scoring 2 or 3 goals because I think Benfica are going to open up. But I think if Benfica didn't come into this game losing, I do think that it would not be more than a 1, max 2 game difference.
The only reason why I think there is going to be a not a big open game in terms of goals for Barcelona, I think it's because they're also going to have to be worried about Benfica's pressure.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I think that from the first to the last minute of the game, Benfica is going to come out pressuring Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why, in my opinion. Well, actually, let me ask you: what would be your lineup for the second leg for Benfica Barcelona?
So I think goalkeeper Shansky, because he had a hell of a game in the first leg, and the defense is going to be the same. I think Koundé's right back, Araujo, because Kobrasi can't play because of the red card. So Araujo, and then you have Inigo Martinez, and then you have Balde.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that Araujo doesn't cause any distractions in the lineup because he tends to kind of be disorganized.
I was kind of glad that he played pretty good though against.
He did
the second game. The first, I'm sorry, when he.
But why do you think he stood out in the first leg? Because Barca were defending, and that's where Araujo stands out. That's where you see Araujo's strengths when it comes to just defending. But when it comes to playing an open game, when it comes to being organized with the ball coming out from the back and having all that space behind your back, that's when Araujo tends to kind of struggle a little bit because he kind of doesn't really stay in line for the offside line with the rest of the defense. So I'm hoping that he's able to go ahead and have a good game in that aspect. But yeah, it's going to be Araujo, Inigo, Balde, and Koundé as my defender, Chesney as the goalkeeper.
You're going with a 4-2-3-1?
Yeah, the 4-2-3-1 like how Flick likes to play. So then the two top in front of the center backs, it's going to be Pedri and De Jong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be those two because I think you're going to need a lot of ball movement, and those two they give you that. Pedri, my goodness, bro, he had a hell of a game in the first leg.
He did.
And Pedri, the way he orchestrates that middle, bro, it's like he's all over the place, always asking for the ball. Combining, connecting the defenders with the forwards.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish because go ahead.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I still think that Pedri, in my opinion, is better than Bellingham. To me, I don't care what anybody says. I even said this last season.
You said it way before. I remember a long time ago.
Yeah, I said it. I was like, you know what, bro? To me, Pedri is better than Bellingham, and I told you, and I don't care if Pedri right now is not having a good season, and Bellingham was having a good season for Real Madrid. Yeah. I was like, I still think Pedri, in my opinion,
in terms of just
skill-wise, I think he's better than Bellingham.
I agree with you.
But anyways, okay, and then on top of that, I will go ahead and put as my cam, I'll put Olmo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start Olmo, and then I'll put Lamine Yamal on the right wing. I'll put Rafinha on the left wing, and also Lewandowski, bro. I don't want to start Ferran Torres
no, I
because
wouldn't either.
I'm gonna be disappointed, and I don't want to be disappointed, bro. So,
bro, can you imagine Ferran Torres? Let's say Benfica comes and scores a goal in 3 minutes. And then it's like we're hoping for, let's say Ferran starts and we're like, Ferran gonna score, dude. Can you possibly see Ferran score?
No. Under that pressure, he won't score, bro. If he didn't score against Atletico Madrid under the pressure and it was just a Copa del Rey, he's not scoring if he has a 1-on-1 and Barca are down against Benfica.
Well, I think I agree with you. I think that's a pretty good lineup. I think I will kind of just tweak certain things around because I think that Benfica is going to come out looking for the game and they're going to be just nasty, pressuring Barcelona, in my opinion. So the defense, I agree with you because obviously Kubarsi, Araujo are in. Kubarsi, he's out. He got a red card, so Araujo comes in. So it's Koundé, Araujo, Martinez, Balde. I am going to go ahead and I think that Barcelona need a little bit more of, you could say, tranquility and maybe that dog fight in the middle. And I think that we saw that in the first game where sometimes because, Flick decided to go more with an attacking mind, which is okay. I felt that sometimes Barcelona were kind of exposed to that pressure from Benfica.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to play with 2 pivots, and I think I will play with De Jong and Casado together. And I think that I would go ahead and use Pedri as my cam alongside Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I think that I would try that. And if it's not, and then I think that you can possibly, at a certain time, you can possibly take out, Casado
Casado
for Pedri, and
Try
Olmo on top, because then let's not forget that De Jong, he tends to get kind of tired kind of quick, bro.
Yeah, he does.
And it's okay, it's just because he's always running, and I will say that I love the connection. I love the connection between Pedri and De Jong. But like I said, when Flick plays with Pedri as next to De Jong, I think that Pedri, because he's going up and down, is pretty much just De Jong in front of the defenders. Yeah. So I think that I will actually have Casado and De Jong, because Casado's a dog, bro.
He is, yeah, and he gives you that. He gives you that box to box kind of player, and that kind of like the Conte. I remember, where they're always they're also doing the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
They're always there. They're doing the dirty work. They can also play with the ball. So yeah, he gives you that. I think you could be right. If Benfica go for the game, why not? Why not have that kind of player that's gonna go back and forth, and run a lot?
Yeah, because I think you need a type of player like Casado who's going to be able to break the opponent's gameplay, and not let them play so pretty, so nice and stuff. And I think Casado can do that.
Like, kind of disrupt their play. And
yeah.
Casado does. He does do that more than De Jong.
Yeah.
But I still think that he's gonna play De Jong, in my opinion.
I agree with you. I think that's how I would go. Right. That's how I think I would go. But I think that he's gonna go with the same formation that he did in the first game. And also, there's something wrong with it, but I am just a little bit worried that, like I said, even when it was 11v11 with that same formation Flick used in the first game.
Yeah.
I saw Benfica kind of at some point still, going all out against Barcelona. Maybe because they were at home. Who knows? But point is, Barcelona were kind of struggling.
They were.
So I'm kind of worried for that. But I think that, it's just a little bit things, in my opinion, that maybe Flick has to kind of fix or tweak around. And I think that Barcelona can possibly come up for... I would say Barcelona going to go ahead and go through, but it's not going to be an easy match.
And what do you think is going to be the score prediction?
You know what? It's kind of hard, bro. I will say maybe I could possibly think Benfica scores to go.
Like they say in El Chiringuito real quick, they say mojate. So what do you think? What do you think is gonna be the score in the second leg?
I will say Barcelona 2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I'm gonna go a little bit further. I think it's gonna be more exciting. I think I'm gonna go with 4-2 for Barca.
4-2?
Yeah.